All right. So I think we're in that awkward phase where it kind of comes over from Zoom to Facebook. So I'm pretty sure we're live. So I will say hello and g'day Facebook land. It's another Friday, and I'm Dan. I'm here and I'm interviewing another one of our client success stories. I'm always blown away by some of the wins and the progress and the results that many of our clients achieve. And this lady today, Tanya, has been part of our, well, she started in small group fitness. She's now in group fitness. She's been part of our program here for quite a few years. I've known her before that, was at Planet Fitness. And she's one of the most resilient, I would say, clients we have. And she's got a great story that I wanted to share just to help inspire maybe other parents out there who will probably resonate well with what Tanya will share about some of the challenges she's had to overcome with her fitness and how she's managed to stay on track. So Tanya, hello, and thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey Dan, thank you.
Legend, thank you. Hey, can you take us back to, I guess, why you joined in the first place? I know you've got two young kids. You got obviously Abby and Eddie. Tell us a little bit about what prompted you to kind of get started. Yeah.
Well, I guess, as you said, I was a Planet Fitness fanatic there for a while. So I used to go to classes and get personal training and stuff from there. And then I didn't feel like that was enough. So I hooked into the boot camp program they had and became a little bit addicted to it because you could see your progress and you got pushed and pushed and pushed each week. But again, it was only like 8 weeks. And then it was like, what do I do at the end of the 8 weeks? And then we would actually hassle the gym and they'd put on another boot camp for us. And I think, for a while there, we had about 3 rounds in a row, all the way through the cold winter and everything, just because there was a group of us addicted to it. And one of those lovely people was Peter, who you interviewed a few weeks back. And one of the boot camps finished and they were Planet was like, oh, I'm not sure we're going to do them again. And I was just lost. I was like, well, the gym classes are boring, doing weights in the gym are boring. Like I like variety. And so then Peter reached out to me and said, hey, Tan, I've joined these guys. It's with Dan. So she, obviously I knew you. And I was like, oh, you know what, this actually looks pretty good. And it looks like it might be, something that I'm looking for that's more than a gym, more than just a place to go and work out. So yeah, so I took the plunge and I think jumped into one of your 12-week programs to start with.
That's right. I remember that.
And like I still remember the first one, like it was brutal. Like I came out of that so sore, it wasn't funny, but felt so good. Like it actually felt like I'd achieved something. And then each one after that, I guess I just built on and built on and built on. And the variety we got in the workouts was, I guess, what kind of then went, hey, this is more than an 8 week. This is like, indefinite. And I'm always going to get that variety and always going to get challenged. So I guess that's why I'm still here. I don't know how many years it's been now. I couldn't actually tell you.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? No, I'm so glad you are. You're so fun to train, and you've got such a great attitude towards your health. But that's good. And so in terms of like in that time, share a little bit about what it is you feel like you're proudest of that you've achieved. I know you've had some setbacks, you've had different things going on with your body. I mean, you've had sleepless nights, obviously, but tell us about what do you think it is when you look back and think, what, like I've done this, I've done that. What are you most proud of?
I think just getting my ass there each time. There is so, I mean, as you said, parent of 2 kids and, happy to share that my 5.5-year-old now didn't sleep through the night until only a few weeks ago. So, many a sleepless night where I'd, be up 4, 5, 6 times a night, but I would still drag my butt out to that 6 a.m. Workout. And I think when I look back now, part of me goes, oh, you were absolutely mental. What were you thinking? Why didn't you stay in bed? But the majority of me, and I guess what makes me feel good, is the fact that I did get up and I did that for myself because, I've been in a period of time with my kids where they have absolutely been the priority and I haven't been able to really focus on much else. And Eddie's a little bit more demanding than most. So just to get there. And then once I'm there, it's a mental thing for me. So I guess I initially started because of the exercise and wanting to challenge myself. But I think what surprised me was, the thing I'm proud of is that the mental break that it gives me. And then, as you said, the resilience. I don't know how it works, but I just feel that if I have that 45 minutes, you know, a couple of times a week, 3 times a week, whatever it is, it just helps me achieve other things in my day. So I'm proud of the fact that I've just stuck with it, and I've acknowledged that, yes, I may have ups and downs, and it may be a roller coaster. And as you've spoken before, not every workout's my best workout, but I tell you what, it's much better. The rest of the day is much better because of it, whether it's a good workout or not. So wow. I think, yeah, that's probably what I'm most proud of.
Dude, that's so cool. That's so cool. And I think, you know, again, I've spoken for those of you guys listening, and some of you will know Tanya, some of you won't, but one of her real strength is her determination, is her resilience. And I was saying to her before this that, like, man, if I hadn't got any sleep, like, I'm so angry. Like, I get so cranky. Like, you know, people get hungry and they get hangry. I don't know what the sleep angry is, but I get angry and I just get frustrated. So, I mean, some of the days you turn up and I go, how much sleep did you have tonight? Last night, Tanya? Like, well, don't ask Daniel. Like, well, you're here and it's amazing. And I think, like you said, I think sometimes, you know, you've got to give energy to get energy. And I think the fact that you were able to do that is fantastic. You know, you're also one of the strongest clients we've got in terms of like physical strength, in terms of the ladies we train as well. You've done so well, not just in the mental capacity of it, but physically as well. We're so proud of what you've been able to do. And I know there's lots of other parents out there going, yeah, I'm not getting any sleep either. I get it. What would your advice be to that parent or someone out there who is struggling a little bit? And everyone's different, has different circumstances with that. Like, what would you say to anyone else out there to help them, I suppose, just be able to kind of navigate the health part for them a little bit easier?
I think, I mean, to me, parenting is probably the hardest and the most rewarding thing you'll ever do. So I kind of look at getting to the gym as easier than parenting, to be honest, because, you know, it takes less of your body and soul and mind once you're there. I mean, obviously it's a leap to get there, but once you're there, it does that. But to me, I mean, ages ago, even when I was back at Planet, I was actually part of one of their campaigns to get people at the gym, and they asked, why do you come here? Why do you exercise? And I basically said, I do it for my kids, because I'm a little bit older and I've had kids a little bit later, but I don't want to be that parent that can't keep up with them, you know, that misses out on things with them because of my health not being where it should be, or, you know, physically I'm not able to do stuff. So I know in the moment it feels like, especially as a mum, I don't know, I can't speak for dads, you feel guilty all the time and you think, oh, I can't take this time out for me because, you know, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to make sure the family's under control, whatever it is. But that half hour, that 45 minutes in a day is actually not that much. And the benefit your family get for you being, I guess, more sound in mind and physically, I guess, a bit stronger than you were the day before is amazing. And it does transfer to the family. And you know what? The one thing I want to do for my kids is be a role model. So, you know, the fact that they can see me getting up early when they're awake sometimes, getting to the gym, being physically fit, you know, giving them advice on what they should and shouldn't eat, you know, in terms of healthy and not healthy. I think that's what parenting is about. So you kind of have to do it. And no matter how hard you feel it is, and when you get there, the group you work out with is just like, sometimes I rock up in the morning and I'm stressed and I'm tired and then you just chat to a couple of people and it just goes, oh, and you feel welcomed and you feel like in a safe environment, and it's actually fun. You know, it's like workouts this morning, Dan, that are actually brutal. You walk out with a smile on your face because of the people there as well. So, you know, as a parent, and many of us are, you got to cherish, you know, your own mental health and your own fitness, if nothing else, for your kids. So I guess that's...
Dude, That's so good. Yeah, absolutely. Can you share? Oh, I mean, that's fantastic advice. And I mean, there's so many. I know there'll be many parents out there who'll be like, "Yeah, I get it and I understand." And lots of people resonate with that. And yeah, that's fantastic, man. That's great. And then tell me quickly before we go, didn't you say what did Eddie say to you the other day? So
Oh.
yeah, tell this story quickly. So go for it.
Yeah, so each week I take Eddie to OT, which is a regular thing for us. And afterwards, if he has a good session, you know, we usually go to a little cafe and he gets a treat. Anyway, so usually he picks a wagon wheel and I'm like, that's fine. He's basically done his workout for the hour. So, you know, I'm like, okay. And I said to him one day, I said, oh, so, you know, because we'd had a really rough morning. And the OT said to him, oh, you know, you think mummy deserves a treat? And he's like, no. And I said, mate, why can't I get a treat? And he said, well, because you're trying to be healthy. And I'm like, okay, that's great. You acknowledge that, mate, but you need to be healthy too. But yeah, he put me in my place. So
yeah, right, that's it. Kids will do that. That's so good.
oh yeah.
Hey, thank you so much again. I appreciate it. You guys, obviously, if you're watching live or you're watching on replay, feel free to ask any questions or comment below. But just want to say thank you so much for sharing. It's not easy to get up there and share your story. I know it's a little bit scary for people to do, but we do it. And I love to see clients do it because, you know, there's so many people out there, I think, that can benefit from hearing stories like this and acknowledging, understanding that they're not alone in feeling the way they're feeling with their health and whatnot. And then sometimes it's just a decision to do something which is going to change the course of where they're at. So thank you, Tanya. Thank you so much for everything you do. Thanks for being an awesome client. Thanks for sharing your story. And I'll let you go back to doing more online stuff with your work, unfortunately.
Yeah, just for a change.
To break it up. But no, thanks so much again. Appreciate your sharing that. And and we'll see you all again soon next week for another client interview. But for now, see you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.